Hey, why do so many people quit before they become successful?
It's because they don't understand the takeoff law. So where you are right now in the beginning is the hardest that it's ever going to be. And so what the takeoff law says is that it's 100 times harder to get started than it is to keep going. All right. So think about an airplane taking off from a runway. When it's sitting still, it takes a lot of energy, effort, and jet fuel for you to go all the way down the runway. And then eventually what happens if you keep going and you keep going down the path you know that you're supposed to keep going down, you get lift, right? You have takeoff. And then when you get takeoff, you go through the clouds, you get up, and then you're at cruising altitude. And it takes way less energy and effort to maintain your speed and your altitude there. So the moral of the story is, right now you are just in the hardest part. If you keep going, you're going to build momentum. And you're going to take off, and your plane's going to be flying through the sky nice and smooth. So just keep freaking going. You've got this. This is the takeoff law. Please remember this.
You know, sometimes God will change your surroundings before he changes your circumstances. And I like to believe that that's because who you're around really shapes what you think is possible. Like if you're around a lot of heavy hitters who dreaming big, you're going to dream big. Like your idea of what's possible immediately expands based off the people that you're around, the conversations that y'all having. So sometimes when you be confused when God like pick you up and move you out of a circle or place you around new individuals, and it's like, God, why was I the one who had to be removed? Like, God, like I needed you in a different environment. I needed you to expand what you think is possible. I need you to see that I got big things coming for you, and I need to put you in rooms. I need to put you in conversations with people who are also thinking on that level. I need you to expand. In order for you to expand, you can't expand in this same environment. I gotta pick you up and put you in something new. Change your surroundings. Change your surroundings.
When you're chasing your dreams, you cannot care about being seen. Period. Especially when you're building a brand or a business that is in the public eye, people are going to see you start. They're going to see you try over and over and over again. They're going to see you rebrand and pivot. They're going to see you not know what you're doing necessarily when you first start. They're going to see you go through a slow season. They're going to see all of it. When it's in the public eye, we're seeing all of it. You cannot care about being seen. If you do, you're never going to step out. I'm telling you right now, there are so many people who have so much in them. They are sitting on so much, and the only thing stopping them is being afraid of being seen.
The reason why I'm so unstoppable is because when I was going through the most evil points in my life, nobody gave a fuck. When I had to process abuse and just disgusting sabotage from other people, no one gave a fuck. People just wanted me to get over it. So I did on my own. Therefore, everything that I accomplish, I don't need a pat on the back because I'm so proud of myself. I recognize that who I am today and how I was able to see myself through and then some is not average. Nothing about me is average. So people clapping for me now, if it's the people who weren't there for me when I went through the things that I did, I don't feel anything from it. When it's new people who can recognize themselves in me, I appreciate those people. But again, I don't need it. If they were to flip on me the next day and be like, actually, I hate you, nothing would change. I was born into this type of resilience. And the moments where I needed relief, or I felt like I needed relief because I was born into shit that I needed resilience for as a child, when I became a young adult and I really wanted rest, I didn't get it. I got more trials, more tribulations, and I got wisdom through experience that I never asked for and I never was prepared for. But damn, it feels good to be here now and to understand that because I was able to even build resilience through that stage, oh, nobody's taking this from me. Nobody's taking this from me. Nobody's making me doubt myself. Many people can't even fathom the way my mind processes life because I joke sometimes. I'm not always politically correct, but I joke sometimes with the people who know me, and I'm like, I don't understand how I'm not a crack whore. And no shame to anybody who's going through addiction. That's its own beast. But like, I so sincerely mean that. Like, there were so many opportunities to go in a downward spiral, much like the people who put me down would have liked me to do, but I didn't. And I'm here and I'm going upwards. And I know that make them so motherfucking sick. Oh, I don't need any pats on the back. But for the people who do appreciate me or see even a slice of who I am, I love you. And I know that probably means that you resonate or you've gone through something similar in your life. And so I'm so proud of you, even though I know you probably don't need to hear it, even though I know you are going to keep going regardless if I say it to you or not. Know that I see you, know that I love you, and let's keep doing this damn thing.
You know that a tree has to grow in two directions at the same time. Did you know that?
A tree has to grow in two directions.
It's always growing in two directions at the same time. It's growing down and it's growing up. And what's interesting, if you could see the part of the tree that's under the ground, it looks very similar to the part of the tree that's above the ground. The root system is very similar to the fruit system.
I never thought about that.
See what's happening? Look, right, exactly. Look what's happening to your face right now.
I've seen millions of trees.
Right. And so something as common as a tree, but watch this. Here's what's interesting about a tree. The nature of a tree is that it is both gravitropic and phototropic. Now, you've never probably heard, have you ever heard of the word gravitropic before? Phototropic?
Never.
Okay. So gravitropic means it grows away from light and towards gravity. That's the root system. It's gravitropic in nature. So the seed goes in the ground, and then the tree starts growing down before it starts growing up. Now, here's what's interesting. When the seed is under the ground, it's dark under the ground, it's damp, and it has resistance. The root system has resistance. It has to push through the dirt to go down further, right? Well, once it breaks through the earth and growing up, there's no more resistance. And the part of the tree that's above the earth grows towards light and away from gravity. So the tree is growing in two directions at the same time. Now, okay, how does that help me in my life, though? That sounds really cool, right? Well, that is one of the most beautiful pictures of the way life works that you've ever seen, that I've ever seen. How? It's the work that you do in the dark when it's difficult and damp. It makes the work that you do that everybody sees in the light work.
I'm gonna get so jacked so that she regrets ever leaving me. I'm gonna get in better shape so I'm better for the next person. I'm gonna get so successful so that everybody finally respects me. I'm gonna build wealth so that I never have to compromise ever again. This year I'm cutting so many people off so that they can finally see what they lost. I'm releasing people who are no longer aligned with my vision so that we can all grow in peace. I'm gonna get so famous so that everybody regrets turning their back on me. I'll build a name for myself so I no longer have anything to prove. The ego wants to be seen winning. The higher self just wants to win.
You know how they be like, what a time to be alive? Because it really is. It seems like all the ones who chosen finally remember who they is. And it seemed like it was going to never happen. You know, the ones they call too sensitive. Whole time they spiritually attentive. You know, the ones that people just call different or consider crazy and rebellious. Yeah, them. Or they were just so-called too spiritual. Whole time they just tapped in and on a different frequency. Yeah, them. Or better yet, the ones that are too hard to understand. Whole time, in my opinion, people never want to understand who was always misunderstood on purpose. But it really is good seeing people remember who they were. I like seeing earth angels awaken and certain people stepping into their gift. The bloodline breakers, the ones refusing to repeat history. The black sheep, so to speak. You know, I get on here there, I be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? The healers are healing, the teachers are teaching. I like the fact that a lot of people brave enough to even come out and not be scared to speak. You know, we were taught a lot and taught to be conditioned to a lot. But this timeline different.
If you have a high calling on your life, friend, you wouldn't be facing imposter syndrome every motherfucking day like you are. Because what you ain't realized yet, baby, is that them voices in your head ain't even your motherfucking voices. See, the people around you, friend, they had a lot of jealous spirits. They had a lot of insecure spirits. So a lot of people spoke a lot of negativity and a lot of limitations over your life because they didn't want you to outgrow them. They didn't want you to step into your full potential. It was easier to attack your gifts than to develop their own. Ooh, damn. God damn. The voices you hear, they're not your voices. It's your mama. It's that boss that you had. It's that friend that you had. It's that partner that you had. And they seen you. So it's like you keep second guessing yourself and you got this loop playing in your head, but it's a tape recording, friend. All you gotta do is cut the motherfucking tape off. Their ceilings ain't your ceilings. Their limitations ain't your... And honestly, their limitations ain't even their limitations, but they are convinced that they are. So they are. All you gotta do is cut the tape off, friend. Them people, if something ain't a threat, baby, I say this every motherfucking day of my life. If something ain't a threat, it's not gonna be targeted. Them people seen you, friend. Now it's time that you see you, friend.
I feel like when people disappoint you, they begin to resent you. Like, the more they make promises that they can't keep, they begin to dislike you and begin to see you differently. And it has nothing to do with you. I really don't know the science behind it yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. But I feel like they begin to dislike you and resent you because of the shame and the guilt that they come to have once they realize that they have never stood on their words and they have never stood on the promises that they made, even though they are the ones that expressed them and they are the ones that came up with it. Because they cannot come through, they begin to resent you. And that's why I don't like when people make promises to me. Because it's like, if you don't keep your promise to me, I'm not going to feel any type of way, because I know that that's just how people are, right? But every time you make a promise that you can't keep and you feel like you are that person, you know, where people should be able to stand on your word, you begin to resent the people that you told that shit to. Because you think that they are looking at you in the same way that you are looking at you, through the lens of shame and guilt. When in fact, they just know that they can't depend on you.
When people cannot manipulate you, they will view you as an enemy. They will celebrate the people they can manipulate, and they will abash you and shame you for not being foolish enough to be manipulated by them. One of the most classic examples of this is Emperor Nero. Emperor Nero is defamed as an evil, wicked, insane man, but according to modern historians, actually he was a man of the people. He cracked down on corrupt tax collectors, and he lowered taxes for the people, which led to less income for the senators. But Nero didn't care about pleasing the senators, he cared about pleasing the people that actually mattered. While the senators just wanted to use him for their own gains, their own means of gaining power and taking advantage of people. So they revised the history, they branded him as insane, they branded him as opposite of what he was, and they projected all their qualities onto him and punished him for being unwilling to be manipulated. The story about how he let Rome burn and he was in his castle, that's not true. He actually helped a lot of homeless people and paid and sponsored a lot of people who lost their homes and provided shelter for people who lost their homes in the fire. So don't believe everything you see, and don't believe everything somebody says about you or how people treat you. Don't base your self-esteem on that, because they'll reward you for being yourself and strong and reward the weak person for giving into them.
I don't go to the gym for health necessarily. It's a great side effect. I mainly go to the gym because I don't want to do hard drugs and I need to find a way to lock in, because I live inside of my skull and what comes out of my mouth is like a fraction of what's like running around in here, right? So let's say you have a metaphorical weight of the world on your shoulders. If you are at the gym and you have a physical 275 pounds on your shoulders, I guarantee you that metaphor is gonna disappear, nigga. You gotta lock in right now. You got to get back up from this back squat. Nothing else matters. So I would say the gym just keeps me grounded.
I remember who was having a good time being evil towards me. Yeah, I remember that. I remember who was having a good time laughing at my demise. I remember who was having a good time kicking me while I was down. I remember who was having a good time gossiping on my name. I remember who was having a good time lying on me. I remember all that shit. I want everyone to hold that. Like, I remember that shit. I remember when everybody was having a key, when my life was fucking hell. When my life was going to shit and everybody was having a good time laughing at me and I wasn't shit, right? I remember that. And I want everybody, I know everybody else remembers too. Everybody remembers. And no, I don't forgive y'all. I have no empathy for evil. I have no empathy for evil whatsoever. I have no empathy for it. And every lie that was told, every action that was taken towards my demise, God giving it back to me tenfold. So I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Because the karma is you still have to live that life, and you still got to live with that lie. I get to live in my truth. Pussy.
If you're a smart person, you need to constantly be asking where the money is at. When you consistently create good ideas, people will idea farm off of you. They'll come to you, they'll strike up conversation, they'll ask your opinion, they'll get your insight, apply the things you've told them, and never give credit to you. Whole time, you've built them up and got them further through free information that came naturally to you. Beware of idea farming. Know that the ideas we have are sacred. They come from within, from a place that can't be remodeled or replicated. When you start to build a reputation of being intelligent, of being consistent, of being thorough, people will begin to seek you out for your mind. Your mind is a powerful tool and a vital resource, but it can also be transformed into a means of how you secure your survival. You can get paid just to think. Some of the biggest checks I've had have come from me sharing my thoughts. And that is why I say,
squeezing your female friend's butt could even save her life, and you didn't know it. It immediately activates dormant muscle fibers and boosts gluteal blood flow. This targeted pressure relieves hidden tension stored in her lower back. Sensory nerve endings instantly send fast-acting signals straight to her brain. It rapidly reduces stress by breaking down harmful cortisol molecules. Powerful energy shockwaves surge through her body, boosting overall vitality. Her spinal column aligns as key gluteal muscle layers compress and reactivate. Oxygen-rich blood circulates faster, instantly relaxing tight nerve pathways. Affectionate touch triggers a massive wave of soothing oxytocin hormone. This gentle physical interaction builds strong emotional stability and calm. Her overall mood improves instantly as deep cellular stress completely melts away. So that's why, according to this idea, you should squeeze your female friend's butt every day so she feels good.
Strong, to be transparent.
So, what are we saying about telling the truth and lies? What happens when you lie?
When you lie, truth gets stored in your body.
Yeah.
It has to go somewhere. So if it don't come out here, it's gonna like lodge in your breast, it's gonna lodge in your pancreas, your liver.
Yep.
And over time it accumulates and it comes to, you gotta pay up.
Yeah.
Like the check is up. Like we did our job. We went where we were supposed to go. You were good. You got away with whatever you're trying to get away with and lie about.
Right.
We helped you with that.
Right.
Now you gotta pay up.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it's with your life. Why? Because when you're telling lies, you're affecting people's lives.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? What's a life for a life? You out here, so tell the truth.
Normalize telling the fucking truth.
Just tell the truth.
Practice.
Here's the thing. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And when people see you, they can see the truth in you.
Yeah.
It's a different type of look.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Child, some of y'all not gonna like me for this one. You cannot be friends with people that you got more than. Now, you may be thinking money, clothes, materialistic things. That's not what I'm talking about, Goofy. I'm talking about personality. I'm talking about your life, you as an individual. If you're just a joyful, loving, kind-hearted type of person, people envy and they're jealous of shit like that. Now all of a sudden, you think you got a genuine relationship of 10 years. This motherfucker been in competition with you for the last decade. And people will start to hate you, right? People hate you for shit that money cannot buy. You cannot buy personality. You cannot buy a good heart. You cannot buy morals, integrity. You cannot buy kindness. That shit is either in you or not. Get your goofy ass on and call me back, man.
Free game, fellas. Real men ain't sitting around discussing what women should or shouldn't do, because they gonna do what they want to do. You feel me? I'm not sitting here overly worried about what a woman want to do. I sit back and let a woman do what she want to do, so I can find the ones that rather do it for me. Period. I'm not sitting up here trying to make a woman do it for me that don't want to. That's gonna be the only struggle that you have, brother. If she want to do it, she will. Why is you fighting? There should be no fighting. You over here blaming women for not doing what you want them to do, but they doing exactly what they want to do. At that point, you just blinding yourself simply because your ego and pride can't take the fact that she ain't doing everything that you want her to do. But the thing is, she gonna do exactly what she want to do. And if she want to do something for you, she gonna do that. That's why you gotta let her do it to see if she want to do it for you or not. If you don't let her do it, you forcing her hand and she acting as a captive. Yeah, can she do it for a little bit? Yeah, but is this her character? No. So is it gonna be sustained? Absolutely not. But you wouldn't know that because you overly trying to make her be what you want her to be. You need to sit back, And stop looking at women and blaming them for being who they are. You need to accept them for who they are so you know which one is the best for you. You over here playing the game the wrong way and wonder why it's playing your ass.
He said, when you're doing the work that 99% of people won't do to live a life that 99% of people don't have, what percent of people do you actually think that is going to understand you?
I love you enough to let you go. Go find that person that you say that's better than me. Can't wait.
Did that hurt?
Everything hurt when you love somebody. I love for real. But like I can't wait to get my heart broke. I just use it for motivation. Shit turned me into a monster. Look at me. That's the fuel to this. Stack it on me. Do it some more. Come on, let's go. Y'all ain't doing nothing but making me better. Every time I get mad, I'm in the gym. Let's go. It don't bother me. It used to. People don't even make me mad no more. I used to be like, man, this nigga pissed me. Nah, I'm just disappointed.
I was gonna ask that.
I'm disappointed in you. You know, I really had a lot of respect for you. There's some people that'll never re-respect me. There's some people I never re-respect.
They smile in your face, they applaud your wins, they tell you how proud they are of you. Yet behind your back, every single move they make is designed to cut your legs out from under you. Psychology calls this covert sabotage. True rivals don't attack you openly because that would expose them. Instead, they weaponize fake support to keep you blind to the knife in your back. Here is their primary tactic, the toxic praise. They shower you with exaggerated compliments about how talented or brave you are, while subtly steering you toward terrible decisions. They give you constructive criticism designed to crush your momentum. They tell you to slow down, play it safe, or that you aren't ready, not because they care, but because your success terrifies them. They act like your closest confidant, asking deep questions about your plans, your investments, and your next moves. You think it's bonding, they are mapping out where to plant the landmines. When their sabotage gets exposed, they always have a built-in excuse. I was just trying to protect you. They hide behind plausible deniability to make you look crazy for calling them out. Stop judging people by their rehearsed words. Judge them exclusively by the outcome of their involvement. Does every project, relationship, or goal touch their hands and turn to ash? Step 1. Put them on an immediate information diet. Stop sharing your goals, your wins, or your losses with people who clap for you in public and root against you in private. Step 2. Build in absolute silence. Let your results do the talking. When you stop giving them a front row seat to your strategy, their sabotage instantly starves to death. Drop a fake piece of news about a project. Watch them try to undermine it. Clearing fake allies out is necessary surgery. Cut away the parasites. Elite players respect direct competition and undeniable execution. Stop shaking hands with backstabbers. Let your success be their punishment. See through the fake smiles. Protect your vision. Subscribe for the raw truth.
Deadass, it is not your job to heal dysfunction that you did not create. There's a lot of people and there's a lot of entitlement around people who feel like you should be the bigger person in a situation where niggas decided to be dysfunctional and decided to drag you into the middle of their dysfunction because they like chaos. When people are well acquainted with chaos, they get scared of peace. They get irritated and aggravated with peace. So when you decide that you want to keep your peace by not involving yourself or by not sticking your neck out to fix a situation that you did not destroy, fix a relationship you didn't break, whatever the case is, people will villainize the fuck out of you because you decide that you're not going to be the person that's being utilized as an emotional punching bag just to have niggas turn around and be like, oh, well, now we are owed your time and your energy. What the fuck? What? Niggas want to have you fucked up consistently and niggas want to treat you weird consistently, but then act like you're supposed to be their fucking wellness plan. Bitch, what? Fuck no, are you kidding me? They act like you're supposed to be their wellness plan, or they act like you're supposed to be the person that's supposed to fix them. Y'all know how Disney characters be going off on a healer of Disney?
like there's a healer or there's like a guru or some shit, and there's that one portion where the person that needs the help starts just going in on their shit.
And I see a lot of people doing the "What is your why?" video, and I just want to say that my why is that everybody betrayed me. Yup. Everybody betrayed me. The people closest to me betrayed me. The people that I loved the most betrayed me. The people that I held at the highest regard betrayed me. The people that I showed up for betrayed me. The ones that I gave love to betrayed me. The ones that I fed, took care of, they fucking betrayed me. And that's my why. That's my, I survive out of spite because of my why. And my why is that the motherfuckers betrayed me. And I be goddamn. I be goddamn.
So when people mention reptilian, do you know what that actually means? I'm gonna tell you. So it says reptilian is sometimes used as an archetype for a person or energy perceived as cold, predatory, controlling, highly calculating, or lacking empathy. Yeah, they're demons. It says predatory behavior, studying vulnerabilities and exploiting them. Control and domination, wanting power over people rather than connection with them. Emotional coldness, appearing detached from the suffering they cause. Manipulation and deception, presenting one face while operating with another agenda. Extreme survival and self-interest, operating primarily from what benefits me. Charming without genuine emotional connection, being able to imitate warmth or intimacy strategically. It says there is a literal reptilian conspiracy theory popularized by David Icke, I think that's how you say his name, which claims that shape-shifting reptilian beings secretly control human society. Do you have any of those behaviors? Because if you do, then the reptilians hijacked your DNA.
So this is how they got us. So like when we was in school, they told us that like plants are living things, right? And we're living things, right? But they didn't make us connect these two. Plants need water to survive, right? And we need water to survive. All right, cool. What else do plants need to survive? Oh, well, they need sunlight. Oh, we need the sunlight to survive. They won't tell us that though. They won't tell us that not having sunlight is linked to depression. They won't tell us that our body can absorb the sunlight and turn it into energy. Who else does that? Oh, plants, right. And what else do plants need? Plants need soil, right? Right. We need soil. They won't tell us that by walking barefoot in the ground you can get grounded. They won't tell you that by having your fingers run through dirt you can get electrically charged. They won't tell you that. They won't tell you nothing like that.